What is up, guys? It is ItsBoTimeHere, and I am bringing us another commentary. In today's commentary, guys, I'll be breaking down the Angry Seed single player gameplay trailer. Now, I am very excited to be bringing this video because this gameplay shows some amazing graphics, great physics, great audio effects, everything. And this is all due to the fact that the Frostbite 3 game engine is just going to be truly amazing. It also shows the well-improved faces of the soldiers. I mean, it just shows you a ton of well-improved graphics from Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4, which is what all Battlefield players are looking for. Now, as we first get into this room, we see a bunch of flares. Great lighting effects, which looks like Battlefield is taking advantage of due to the Frostbite 3 engine giving them the ability to make these great lighting effects. And also right there, you just saw the spot command, which was pretty cool. That is a new animation that's going to be brought into this game. Also, I want to take note of one thing, that this is the Sig 12 shotgun, confirming that it is back into the Battlefield series, which it was in Battlefield 3, and I love shotguns. I love, the Sig 12, that's probably my favorite, and I know a lot of people dislike this shotgun because it's too overpowered, but to my opinion, I don't really get that mad to me, I don't get mad when I get killed by a shotgun. It may be aggravating for a sec, but then I get over it. But guys, I want to kind of point out one more thing also, that this has a side flip scope. Now this is amazing. This is also called a hybrid scope from Call of Duty. I'm not sure this is going to be available for like every gun, or if this is going to be on all the time. It might be, I don't know, it's not really that apparent, but I don't think it will be. But yes, it is a magnifier, so say you have a red dot sight, you flip it, and now it has, like, I don't know, a 3 times magnification, which is pretty freaking cool. Now, this right here is very interesting, as we all saw right there. This shows us the Levolution, which is promised to be in Battlefield 4. Now, this would make a really great map because a lot of Battlefield players requested a naval combat area or a naval warfare area, which this is naval combat, or not really naval combat, but you're on a ship, and right here this looks pretty freaking cool because it is on a ship and it's being destroyed. As it is destroyed, it does change out the change the layout of the map, which is what Levolution is, so that is pretty interesting. Also, I want to point out another thing, how that Super Hornet, I think it's called the F-18 Super Hornet, kind of flew or kind of rolled off the deck. It looks super realistic, and also seeing all these flares, or not really flares, but all this debris going everywhere and all these particles really just shows the fact that this game will have great physics, which is also pretty exciting because that's what Battlefield's all about, the great physics, and I really love that about Battlefield. Now, also, I want to kind of point out another thing. All of the explosions, all the fire going on right now is looking a lot more realistic than it did in Battlefield 3. In Battlefield 3, the explosions and destruction of vehicles look pretty unrealistic, but now it looks like they have stepped up the quality of the explosions and the fires, so that is a great thing also. Also, just the overall environment in the background also looks 20 times better. So let's just say this, guys, just to kind of wrap up what I'm saying, all the graphics look better. The graphics in general look 100 times better just due to the Frostbite 3 game engine. So I'm so happy about that. Now, guys, I want to point out 2 guns that are being displayed in this gameplay. I believe this is the Ultimax 100, and also, as you see, he switches to his secondary or his second gun, and I believe it's the AK-5. Now, as you saw there, that is something very interesting, how he kind of flipped his gun to switch the iron sights instead of having to aim into the scope. So it looks like that Battlefield 4, even multiplayer, might have kind of dual scopes, or you might have the ability to aim in a sight, and also have the ability to aim in down the iron sight. So that is pretty interesting. I would really like to see that, because sometimes iron sights are or can be even better than using the scope. So that is also very interesting. As you saw, that big explosion, that was pretty epic and looked pretty realistic. So yes, guys, there is 2 guns that have been pretty much confirmed in this gameplay, the AK-5 and the Ultimax 100. But now, guys, let me just kind of give you my overall thoughts on this gameplay. It looks like that the Battlefield is now switching over to the more chaotic and more epic campaign gameplay. And that is great, because that's how Call of Duty is, and that's what makes Call of Duty's campaign better than the Battlefield's campaign, because it's more chaotic and epic, which is what I'm pretty sure every single gamer, or almost every single gamer, looks for. But for right now, Battlefield 3 compared to, I don't know, Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2, I'll probably pick Call of Duty to have the better campaign, because, again, it's more chaotic, more epic, and more fun overall. It's more cinematic, and I just love it. But now it looks like Battlefield's making some changes. They're starting to go towards a more chaotic and epic gameplay as Call of Duty is. And now this may make it just as good, or if not even better than the Call of Duty's campaign. And to me, that's all that Battlefield lacked, was a good campaign. But now they're starting to improve their campaign to, again, the more chaotic and epic, campaign gameplay. I think Battlefield is going to be better in every single little aspect to Call of Duty. And now, that might be a little bit biased, but that's just my opinion, guys. So please respect it. And now, guys, we are coming to an end. But before we go to that end, I want to just kind of point out one little screenshot to show you guys the details on the screenshot. Now, these things I'm going to point out is just, the little icons at the bottom, like the map, the ammo count, the health count. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Now, I just want to kind of say, to my opinion, that these things look a lot better. They're more organized, and it's just totally less out of the way. It's smaller, and I just feel like it's more neater how they set up these little icons at the bottom. I don't know what they're called, boxes, whatever. The boxes that show the map, also the boxes, again, that show the ammo and your health. I just feel like those are a lot neater, and that was kind of needed. I felt like the map for Battlefield 3 was a little bit too big, and also the health kind of thing took up a little bit too much space. But now it looks like they're taking up less space and they're more organized. Now I want to point out one thing that is pretty cool, how they have a little mini map or a heads up display for campaign. That's kind of creative. I like that idea because that's a first, and that's a lot. Actually, I'm not sure. Was that in Battlefield 3's campaign? I don't think there was a mini map for Battlefield 3 campaign, but I guess now there is. Now, also something pretty cool about that mini-map, how it shows you your line of sight. If you see that kind of shaded area, that kind of grayish area, that's kind of coming out of the vertex of your triangle at the very top tip of your triangle, you see how there's like a kind of a triangle gray area. I'm hoping I'm making kind of sense here. I'll put a little icon around it. But yes, guys, that is your line of sight. That is pretty creative, how it shows you if they're in your line of sight or not. That kind of shows you your field of vision, and I thought that was pretty amazing. And I really hope they bring this into multiplayer, because this could be very useful on like trying to find people and win gunfights, because again, it shows you where you're looking. It shows you they're like in your, again, your line of sight. So that is very, very useful, and they better put that into multiplayer. Now, the very last thing I kind of want to go over is how, if you look into the very top right corner of the screen, you see battle log. As we all know, this is campaign footage, so this must mean that you must be able to get some guns out of campaign. I say that because it sounds like if there's battle log kind of correlates or kind of ties up with online and multiplayer. But now if there's battle log tying in with campaign, I'm sure there must be some correlation between campaign and multiplayer, and I believe that correlation is that if you or it might just be having battle log pull up just to show your stats in campaign, maybe like your accuracy in campaign, your kill death ratio in campaign, your time played in campaign. But I actually think they haven't told us yet, but I'm pretty sure there might be some kind of gun you might get for completing the campaign, or maybe a gun for completing a level on veteran or something like that. Because if there's battle log, that again is online, I'm sure there's some kind of incentive for playing campaign if there is battle log in the right hand corner. I know I'm not making much sense right now, but I hope you guys kind of see what I'm saying. But guys, that is it for right now, and right now I want you guys to tell me what you think of this gameplay reveal or this trailer of Angry Sea, and also tell me if I missed any details, and tell us all, because us as a community want to know everything about Battlefield 4. So please tell us, or tell me especially if I missed something in this breakdown. And guys, that is it for right now. If you enjoy it, or if this was kind of useful to you, please leave a like on the video and maybe share with your friends. It really helps me out, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.